Stream.
Shitstream.
Welcome to the new podcast, Shitstream.
I feel like there's a lot of those already.
Yeah, right. Find me the non-shit stream.
Yeah. Alrighty. Pop up in chat in case Peter stops in. Cool. This is did I change the right, is this the right name for it? So I don't want to stop and start again. Silt Verses. Yeah, episode 31. I did the right thing. 31. Start of session 31
Started.
of the solutions. Keep it as a recap of all active assignments. This is the conspiracy, the final one.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Institute. The current questions and opportunities are as follows. You already did the first one, how the facility can be breached. And that unlocks the following question and gains access to the ground floor sublevels and testing hangar. The only open question left available in the entire game is how does the Institute plan to implement their capital P project? And then you resolve the confrontation by sabotaging, reclaiming, or destroying any work of the Institute which has ties to the Custodians. So, last time we started off on the moors outside the Institute. Pop up my PDF there. The slumbering moors. That's right. And there was all sorts of weird like perspective tricks going on. The roads kind of looping back on each other. You eventually made it to the exterior of the Institute, where there are several sets of electric fences or various kinds of fences, one of which was electric. There's a bunch of like concrete bunkers embedded in the ground that gargoyles have flown off. There's been tags on a building, and let's see, looks like Zeph did some home repair on one of the electric fences with his repair kit. Got Electro God cuted, is what I got written down. But you got some clues. Yeah. And the I just have written do not linger at the next fence. Do not linger. That's right. That was the thing that was there. There was like a big like anything on there that was drawing folks in. The fence wanted to eat the Cairn Maiden. Oh, a sundew. That's what it was. Sticky sundew. And oh yeah, a helicopter came by and crop dusted y'all with some god extracting mist that pulled. Ooh, yeah, that pulled some stuff out of Hope. That's right. The Hope coughed up a blackbird, and I think Zeph hung on to it.
That's right.
And oh right, yeah, and then Sir Bastion was brought into a safe place by the Watcher and was given the opportunity to hang out there until this all blows over. But you went back. Um, and Wren just decided to wander off, as Wren does. Wren ran
Not really a
into
decision so
Cletus.
much as a way of
Yeah,
life.
just Wren ran into Cletus, who got some talking to about the inevitability and futility of capitalism. And yeah, eventually he fucked off. You used your 4 clues that you used. A dog-eared safety instruction handbook containing written amendments, rare sighting of a helicopter, incomplete prayer mark tattoo that was on Cletus, and graves sealed with concrete. And did some theorizing and decided that Oh, Peter will be on. No,
No, he's
no, I'll be
not.
on
The road.
Okay.
And recovering from the flu.
And recovering the flu. But you found
Double
out there's
whammy.
108 sacrifices powering the fences underneath. So you hooked up the radio to the car radio through the battery and talked them into taking it down. Wren talked the corpses, the 108 corpses, and taking it down. There was a little bit of kerfuffle in that, but you did it. Opening up your second question. Wishes, get it done quick because you got conditions that you can't get rid of at this point. The other wish, how to get rid of conditions. I don't know. And hoping that Hugh gets back. We'll find out. I don't. Are there? Do folks have any powers that let you clear conditions? I don't know.
Not
Like
me.
Mine are only journey related. So.
Yeah.
I have one
Well-
thing where I could like have someone walk with me on a journey, but it has to be a journey scene.
Yeah. Well, be careful, I guess. Or don't. Investigation phase. Oh, wait, let's back to the beginning there. Beginning of session, mark new elective end of session questions if you wish. Do we have any pending narrations or moves? Zeph had a couple last time. Did you get all those cleared up? I don't see
Yeah, I
any
still need to
open
make a
narrations.
custom move.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm having trouble making. I think I don't know exactly what that means.
What can you say more?
Like, is there a space in the rule book that would help me with that?
Not really. It's pretty much just like look at your crew moves and think of something that would be appropriate for Karen Maiden, or appropriate to like your journey with the maiden. Sir Bastion
Okay.
did the acting thank you one. Hugh did the infinite library where you get the book. Let me take a look in the rule book just to be sure.
I think I want it to be called Death Wish, but I don't know what it's going to be yet.
Ooh. And also, like, if you come up against a situation where it feels like this is a thing that I think that's actually a better way to do it. If something comes up and you're like, this feels like something Wren should be able to do, we can make a
Yeah,
special
I think
move on the fly for it.
I think in my mind, try not to spoil the podcast for folks. There are scenes where Carpenter has an axe, and in those scenes, I'm wondering if maybe that might be akin to a move, but we'll see what happens. Okay, maybe I'll make up a move as we go.
Let me double check and see if there's anything in the book that. So I don't think there is, especially this being a preview version of it. Writing a verse, pursuing opportunities. Yeah, not really. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if you think of something in play that you're like, I wish I could do that, you can definitely make that a custom move. Cool. Let's see. And beginning of session, no new assignments. So yeah, we are in the investigation phase. So let's just cut past the getting past the fences stuff, since you got the sacrifices underneath the fences to let you in. And so there are more locations open to you now. The first of which is the ground floor. And let's just put you right inside one of the bunkers. Let's just get you in there. Inside the ground floor, there are harsh fluorescent lit corridors, tasteless patterned carpet and vinyl floors, dim, cramped offices that feature bulky computer monitors, cluttered filing cabinets, shelves packed with old equipment, Spindly plants wither behind stacks of paperwork and reference materials. And your paint the scene question is, what does the workplace culture of the Institute demand of its employees? And what artifacts of personal gods have been brought in by employees for protection? And let me see if I can copy paste that for you, because another one of those janky ones. Woo, that's not right. What does the workplace culture of the Institute employees? What artifacts? Cool. What does the workplace culture of the Institute demand of its employers? What artifacts of personal gods have been brought in by the employees for protection?
I think it's pretty obvious that they're one of those companies that try to make this seem like a good thing, but that work is life, in that, like the desks. I think if you look around, like at each desk, if you look at the floor, you'll notice that there's like a little line around it. And I think you realize it's like a standing desk, but except you press it and the desk like raises up where it's not like a bunk bed, and underneath there's like a bed and a little shelf for a limited amount of your personal items to make it homey.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, of course you sleep here because travel time's inefficient and that just wastes time. Your day will be shorter. Instead of having like an 8-hour day and an hour of travel, it's like just you finish your day and you're here. You're already home. It's perfect. It's way better
Yeah.
than going
I
home
don't think the
after
employees
work.
leave here at all. I don't think they'd be able to leave here at all anyway. So that makes perfect sense.
But yeah, they try to, sell everything like companies do as a perk. It's a perk that you get to live here. It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And this is a government agency also, so that's even worse.
Free government food.
Yeah, list 5 things that you did last week. Really sacrificed. Worst boss ever.
I have missed while I was transitioning to my computer from my phone. Which part of the building did we gain access to now? Or which part are we in now?
You are in the ground floor of the Institute, inside one of the concrete bunkers.
Yeah. Cheesy posters that are also like surveillance artifacts. So like, the cat like hang in there and the eyes just like track, whoever is around.
Fantastic.
Yeah, like hang in there, buddy. I'm watching you.
Or else.
Got your back.
Yeah, I think the workplace also demands toxic positivity. And the artifacts of the personal gods that have been brought in by the employees for protection are I think people have masks at their desk, masks with like forced smiles. A few people have them to like, so that they can take a break from being pretend happy.
That's great.
There are no complaints, only productive suggestions.
Wow. I hate it.
Any other
I figured
artifacts or personal gods? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, but I figured out my custom move.
Oh, sweet. What is it?
It's called Death Acceptance. Once per session, I can roll with advantage on vitality because I've accepted my death. Makes me
Oh,
strong.
fantastic. Yes.
Okay.
Can Can
that
I,
work?
yeah, that works. Can I amend it / make a suggestion for it?
Please do. That's why I needed your help. I was like, I don't understand the mechanics, I think.
Once per session, roll with vitality. Um, if that roll results in someone else's death, you can use it again.
Oh, fuck. Do I still get my advantage?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like a once per session you can use a skill. If that roll results in someone's death, you can use it again. So
All right.
like a
Get a bonus use.
kill chain.
I don't see how this could go badly at all.
Yeah,
I don't
I think that
see-
goes with the Carpenter's axe
that
vibe
does
you're
feel
going
like
for.
Carpenter's axe.
It's like keep killing, keep killing.
Is that in investigation? Like what's phase is that? Investigation phase?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I mean, I suppose
Thank
you could do it
you.
in journey phase if you wanted to, but
No, we're not journeying no more.
yeah, no more journeys. Only one final journey.
Don't stop believing.
Did anyone else have any other artifacts or personal gods stuff they wanted to bring in for the employees?
Yeah, I think is it possible? Is it would there be a kitchen in this building we're in? Like a kitchenette of some kind?
Yeah, I feel like there's a
Yeah.
kitchen.
I think someone had at someone's personal workstation.
There we go. Sorry.
No, is it at the workstation or is it kitchenette? It's like in the kitchenette because this would be a thing. Seems like a thing the government would do, save them money. And there's a box of Sweet Jolly Crunch Tooth cereal that never empties. It's never empty.
Ooh,
You can pull
fantastic.
infinite Sweet Jolly Crunch Tooth cereal from this box.
That sounds great. I don't know why.
It's like
anyone would not
that
like that.
psychology experiment about popcorn.
Which one is that?
Where they were seeing if people eat more when they're mindlessly eating. They were watching, as they were watching TV, they would fill their popcorn from the bottom.
Yeah.
Scientists are great. This is why we should fund them.
I think we find that by accident because I knocked the box over and it spills all the floor. And I'm like, oh god damn it.
Just
I
keeps...
pick it back up.
Oh
and
no.
Like,
wait, it's full still.
is Grover just
keep filling
continually
this room
eating
with...
from it?
So it's more just there's on the ground.
Who needs a magical painting
to
flood a place, right?
Exactly. Let's turn this upside down and we'll fill this entire institute with Sweet Jolly Crunch Tooth.
If only we had a never-ending jug of milk.
Oh, I shouldn't have drowned that room.
Yeah. So what are you doing here in the Institute's ground floor? What kind of what are you looking for?
Clues. Because we got to answer the question. We got to figure out what they're planning to. How are they planning to implement their project and get rid of all ties to us?
Yeah, that part about ties to us is suspicious.
So I think one of the things that is obvious that does not require any rolling at all is that a lot of the printed material on desks is talking about young jolly junk.
Oh yeah, oops, we didn't do that one.
Yeah, it was gonna be one of them, and this is it could have been worse. Yeah, so tell me what you're doing to investigate.
I think maybe we should look around and like in desks and stuff. See if maybe somebody left by accident, like left their key card or something,
Or some snacks.
or some snacks. But something that could, maybe give us access we shouldn't normally have.
Yeah. Are there any people around?
Yeah, yes, there are. I'm not sure if you were
Oh.
lagging or me, but your teeth was just garbled for me.
Oh, I'm hearing garble too. I wonder if it's our internet.
Yeah, I don't know if it's mine or yours. I don't know.
Let me see.
I hear you
It-
okay.
Okay, that's good.
It happened to
Might
me
be
when I
ours
was
then.
hearing Heath too. I mean, not Heath, Mark. When I was hearing Mark earlier, it was garbly.
Cool. So Heath, what were you saying again?
Oh, maybe we like search the desks to see if we can find like somebody maybe absently-mindedly left their key card or somewhere that would give us access to some places.
Cool. So I think the first question there is for let's if Bastion's looking around, what are you afraid might happen if someone finds you rummaging through the desk?
They'll know we won't belong and we'll get whatever happens to trespassers securityed.
Yeah. I mean, this is a secret government facility.
Exactly,
So,
like
yeah.
we're not supposed to be here.
I feel like this is focus, trying to be cool, looking around stuff.
Be cool, man. Everybody be cool.
Just be cool. Dice roller. There it is.
Yeah. I
Dice roller
trying to
is
decide if I want
there.
anything
It is.
dangerous. So no, I think I'm gonna save that and maybe just roll straight up. Probably regret it, but okay,
Yeah,
so
and this is
focus.
available. So worst case, you can back out of it, right?
A 9.
A 9. Fantastic. So you are able to dodge anyone who's there for the moment, looking through their desks. However, there will be a complication or cost. Not going to give you a condition. that seems cruel.
Cost is $1.
Bing. Oh, I mean, I guess having a well, you do that. We'll get to your rummaging in a moment. What are the other two doing while Bastion is rummaging around in desks?
I think I almost referred to myself as a character from a different game. I think Zeph will be rummaging around on the computers if they have computers.
Oh, yeah, of course they have computers. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, he would just massacre this place.
Damn it.
Good thing he's not here for now. Cool. So are you going into someone's office to use a computer or
yeah, whatever looks like the most important place to be.
yeah, great. I think as you are poking around in that, I think because I think there's no role to hack or anything. I think your relationship with Saint Electric probably gives you a little bit of advantage doing that. However, as you are doing that, you hear footsteps in the hallway, and these footsteps are clearly not any of your companions because they are heavy human, but definitely heavy footsteps, as if it was someone larger than anyone that you've been traveling with. What would you like to do there?
Uh, my brand recognition move work here?
Maybe, yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah.
Brand recognition is add
Once
one to your
per session, you
presence.
can
One per
enter
session.
any
Yeah,
location without drawing suspicion or being questioned about your activities.
fantastic. Which means that you will be approached, but it's not going to be a problem. So as you're getting into the son of a bitch, there we go. As you're getting into the computer, there's a kind of like a knock knock on the door jamb there, and leaning in to the office is a gentleman who would have to duck through the doorway if he were to enter. Looks like security, but carries himself with I'm not going to say confidence, because security guards can be overconfident, but an ease that indicates that he's not just like a walking around security guard. Like there's some authority there. Scowling though, and kind of like looks at you and looks around the office. Okay, yeah. Can I help you? You new here?
Yeah, I think I fish out my Saint Electric badge. Just be like, yeah, got a report that something was on the fritz here, so I'm just seeing if I can help out.
Something's always on the fritz here.
Tell me about it. If I had whatever the unit of money is here.
Yeah, regulars, I think, regulars and irregulars standards. Yeah. When did you come in? Or when did they bring you in?
Just this morning. It seems like a little thing. I hope it's a one-day job. I would like to get back to some home cooking.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Well, you won't remember it when you leave, so have the time of your life. Shrike, Warden.
Zeph. Same Electric.
Right. Maybe you can come down and check out my computer while you're at it. When you're done, slow as hell. And he ducks out and lumbers down the hallway. Great. Let's have you make an insight roll, I think, for investigation.
Okay. Yes. Insight. That's a 2. I got. Okay. Well, let's see. Anything that would help? You know what? I remember last time I said, "Oh, I've got this advancement I need to work with you, Mark, to make up," and now I have 2 advancements I need to. Like, oh yeah, my custom move that lets me succeed at anything electric. Actually, no, that would be reasonable. But no, I got a 8.
8. Great. So you get a clue, but there will be a complication. Great. Yeah, this is perfect. Son of a bitch. It's line by line. So you're able to poke around there. There's a bunch of boring things there, timesheets and whatnot. But you do find, I'm just gonna type this out. You do find some schematics, some maps of the area. there are it's basically a map of the Institute grounds, and there are like emergency exits marked on them. Blank sections, and there are some large blank sections on the map, and they are marked turquoise, level clearance, and above. And they are not available at this person's level of security. Yeah. Um, yeah, and I think the complication is when you pop open that map and kind of scroll over those areas, trying to like maybe like enhance or try and like see if I can clear that up or whatever. I think that triggers a clearance check ward, and the computer shuts down, as do the lights in the office, and then you hear as all the other lights on the floor go off as well. And the office is plunged into darkness. Well, like little emergency lights come up, so it's not pitch black. Wren, the lights are out.
Yes.
What do you do?
Perfect. Feels like you're setting me up for something.
We'll see.
I think that Wren, so Wren saw the maiden in like an upstairs.
Just kind of like through a window. Yeah.
That's where I want to go. I want to find the maiden.
Searching for the maiden. Where would you like to look?
What do I see around me? This is just like an office space.
It's like a government office. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with the lights off, I think Wren just like heads that way.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess since she was at a window, there are offices with windows. So poking through the offices with windows on them. Great. That's dumb. I'm not gonna do that. I think you feel her closer to you now. As you're like poking through that, you imagine that you like see her out of the corner of your eye down a hallway, and then kind of like go that way. It's kind of like looking at a light that's not quite bright enough. You can see it in your peripheral vision, but when then you look, it's gone. And does it feel like she's leading you somewhere? Or does it feel like you're just kind of chasing shadows?
I mean, I think when I was outside, it felt like she was in distress.
Ooh, yeah.
And so I think I'm like, what is up with that? Concerned. Let's go. Hopefully it's nothing. Let's figure this out.
And I think kind of following your gut there leads you into like it's not quite Severance, but there are a lot of hallways. And you kind of turn the corner into one of several kitchenettes that are on the floor. The floor seems to be larger than the building, like above ground building would indicate. Unclear whether that's some sort of warping effect, or you've accidentally gone to a subfloor and didn't notice. But you turn into a kitchenette, and there's a guy there at the coffee machine. He is that kind of like chin length, kind of greasy reddish hair, stubble, from a week of not sleeping, and kind of just like pouring stale coffee into a pot. He's got just like bags under his eyes. And I think he, like, when you turn the corner, he kind of like starts and looks at you. Fuck. Sorry, I'm just jumpy.
Where is she?
What? Who?
The maiden. She was here. She was in what, like a office with windows?
Fuck. Is there another one loose?
Why are y'all keeping her here?
Keeping the mate. You got to be more specific.
What's your deal? What you up to?
I'm just getting some coffee. I've just been monitoring the subject 43B. So unstable still. I'm sorry.
Oh,
First off, you're real. Great. Okay, good.
43B. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are
Oh.
you on that project?
Tried to get transferred, but
To it or away from it?
well, just seems like lost like a, like when
Do you need a cup of coffee?
like when a horse is dead and you kick it.
Beating a
And
dead horse?
yeah, that's the saying. Yeah, it feels like beating a dead horse, that project. It's like, are we ever gonna make any progress, or like what's the point really? Like are we in here? Are we doing this just for the like discoveries, like just for the glory? Like
Yeah,
that
I
might be a
mean,
reason to start, but at the end of the day, like what's the suffering worth? Like are we really serving our country or what?
I guess so. It's kind of above my pay grade. I'm just trying to keep the thing from. I mean, are you familiar with the project? Like, it's
I mean, yeah, like, but more importantly, like, what keeps you going? Like, for me, like, it started off as like, I thought that I was born into it. I thought that I should do it because it was what I was called to do, is what I was told I should do. And yeah, I mean, you read all the literature and you're like, yeah, this is what I'm meant to do. This is my purpose. And then one day you look at it and you see that it's suffering, and you're like, what's it for? So what keeps you coming back to work?
I mean, the someone's got to keep this place from falling apart, right? if
Right.
I I mean, not that they listened to me, but they were going to purge 43B, with the usual procedure and stuff. And I'm like, if you do that, it's just going to be temporary, right? I mean, I don't know if you've read any of the reports, but like, what do you think's going to happen when there's like Saint particles in the air ducts? Like, it wants to spread. Like, we can't just.
Yeah,
That's why
right.
we just have to keep an eye on it and see until the guys in disposal like figure out what to do with it, because we can't let it alone, but we can't just purge it. So,
Oh, that's what I was supposed to tell you. I'm from disposal. Sorry. I forget.
oh,
I forget to lead with that. They say, oh, you should lead with your department. You shouldn't be making small talk. And here I am, just talking about meaning of life and whatnot. I'm sorry.
sorry,
Um,
dredge containment specialist.
oh, hi, Dredge. Oh, you got quite the reputation for keeping it contained.
I hope so.
Yeah, so far, no problems from your sector.
Yeah,
I've had to go to other places. It's the first time I've met you, actually. Like, if I haven't met you, that means you're doing a pretty good job. I don't have to
I
take
mean,
care of things.
it's no help from disposal, no offense.
I know we do our best, but there's only so much you can do against the gods. In the face of that, what are we but
Do you have any
specks of divinity
I'm sorry, are you here to
spreading like a
do an
cancer?
analysis or just do the purging? Because I'm going to tell you what I told everyone else. Same, like, unless you got a better idea.
Well, I mean, that's why they came and told me come find you, Dredge, because they aren't sure that we'll be successful, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they will
And
not be
they
successful.
were just hoping I could get what do you call it? The briefing from you, so that you could let me know what's going on there, so maybe we could plan something that might actually work next time.
Yeah, sure. Come on down to the chamber.
Yeah.
I'll show you around.
All right. I mean, I sorry to put you to work and sorry to interrupt your coffee break.
That's why I'm here. Grab yourself a cup. It's gonna be a long night.
All right. I don't think Wren knows how to make coffee, and
let's go back to...
I think Wren like empties the sugar packet into a cup and like walks with it.
Fantastic. Let's go back to what Sebastian was doing. Sebastian was rummaging through desks. I think it's time for you to make an investigation roll. I think that's going to be with insight because you're looking for stuff there.
Looking for stuff in all the wrong places.
Hopefully not.
Insight is also a 1, and we're gonna go bam, a 3.
That's not good. That's not
great. What are you
good.
talking about? It's great. 3 is awesome. 3 is the magical number.
It is a magic number. Yeah, let's yeah, let's just do this. You're rummaging around the desks and you just hear someone go behind you. What do you do?
I turn around and go, yeah, it's gonna help you.
There is a gentleman in a jetter than jet black suit and sunglasses. Very like trim, works out, and kind of hazy. Like almost like looking at him, your eyes kind of slide off of him. And he just says, is this yours? And he holds up what initially looks like hope. And then you realize it's only her skin. You can mark a verse to bump this up if you would
or
like.
I can use my acting thank you move.
If you like, yes.
To bump a failure up to a partial success.
Yes.
Explaining how I was acting, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how that would affect the other thing, but
yeah, I'm curious.
So I think the way I would use it, I'd be like, I look at my watch and be like, very nice, except you understand I had time to look through 3 desks before you finally caught me. That's not going to look good on the report. I would hope that you'd be able to catch people before they could look at any desks, much less 3. I would like to hear your suggestions on how we might be able to, alter protocols to prevent this from happening again.
Report to whom?
Everyone reports to someone. I don't even know your name, or so I don't know which branch you're at or who your boss is. I'm trying to track the whole employee tree structure here. I'm just doing my job.
You don't know who I am.
Look, I was hired to come in here and test the security measures. That's
So surely you would have done a preliminary analysis of your target, just high level overview.
I had one task. That's to see how many desks I could rummage through, if any. And as I mentioned, I got to 3.
Congratulations. She didn't get to any. Just shakes it a little bit.
Is that what is that? Is that like, why do you have a skin suit? Is that some kind of costume?
I believe she was with you.
Is that what you believe?
He does look a little bit familiar. It's hard to tell with the sunglasses on, but there's something about him that does seem familiar.
Oh, and that you stretch her out. Yeah. Well, great. Now I'm going to need a new assistant.
Hmm.
Now I have no way of knowing how many decks she got through before you caught her.
Like I said, 0.
Well, that's something.
Why are you really here?
I just told you why I'm here.
Who hired you?
Okay, when you hire someone to do institute business, would you want them telling other people who hired them? Come on, man.
I certainly would. Yes,
Oh, really?
that's my job.
Your job is to have people tell people who hired them?
Yes. And he takes down his sunglasses a little bit. And he does look even more familiar. There's something in the face that's familiar about him. Can't quite place it. You have 3 seconds to convince me not to take you as well. I don't have time for all of this. Credentials, please.
This counts as a partial success?
I mean, you're going to get your clue. This is the authority figure is coming, and he already had the skin off. You're going to get your clue, but yeah, he's not going to take your skin off. That's you, but you are busted. And oh yeah, in fact, that is why I have that here. Your clue is a scrap of dried human skin, monstrously altered and cast aside.
I guess I show him my doctor's ID badge that I have. That's all I got to do.
Amazing. Doctor. So you should be downstairs then. Dr. Skelton?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
you're not by any chance related to, you're not related to the skeletons? No, that's not. Do you have a brother by any chance?
I do. Ironically, his name is Brother. Or non-ironically, I guess. I always get confused if that's irony or not.
I think one of our new researchers may be familiar with you as well.
All right. I mean,
Are you from the Clutching Woods?
is that where we're from? Is that where the skeletons were from? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's where the skeletons were from.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, that was where our home was.
Cletus has spoken highly of you.
Oh, Cletus. Man loves some fungus.
Don't we all?
On a good pizza sometimes.
Director Von Harrow.
Oh, I thought you looked familiar. People look different in person.
I don't believe I interviewed you. But let me get you to your lab then. Follow me.
What did he say?
Let me get you to your lab then.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Thank you.
Follow me. And he leaves Hope at the desk.
I guess there's no way to reinflate my assistance.
Bring her along. We'll find something to do with her.
I don't want to have to do the grunt work.
Yeah, that's why you have assistants.
Exactly.
Zeph. Now that the power's out, what would you like to do?
I think, I mean, the power's out. And there was a little like intrusion alarm.
No,
Or
it's
like,
just
just a
in a section. Yeah.
okay.
I think when the power goes out, you hear the what was his name? Warden Shrike, like down the hall. Go, what the hell?
I was gonna say, are other people like popping their heads out of cubicles? And
Yeah, I think so.
Now what do we do? I might I would like to get back to my party. Assuming I know where they are. And I would like to do so by like mingling with the other workers in the dim, and just like yeah, I don't know, these things happen. I lost a whole sacrificial report. I guess I was supposed to.
Save wasn't working, I guess.
Yeah. Neither save nor atone were working on my computer, so I just had to.
Great.
Try to sneak my way out.
Great. We'll just make this what do you call I guess a focus test then. Not a test. What are you afraid will happen if you are found out before you find them?
I am afraid Shrike will find me, and I'll have to do something rash.
Great, fantastic.
Yeah. So let's see. It's too bad I didn't take one of those powers that lets me have like radio contact with everyone, or telepathic contact.
Ah, crap! I also just realized I took another condition for using my move.
Oh no.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay, wait. If I use this private letter from the clinic administrator, wait, how can I use that? That's a silly way to use it. I was just gonna like use it just like as like paperwork, just like walk around with this paperwork in my hands.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. It says it also counts as a conspiracy clue when marked.
When
I
marked,
guess that
yeah.
doesn't. I don't know. Does that mean we get a clue?
No, because this is just an assignment. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
What is actually before when it was a conspiracy? Okay.
right, that would have been helpful.
I got.
So you're
Gosh,
rolling with
darn
advantage.
it.
That
Yeah.
is an 8. That works, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
Partial.
Cool. So you do it. But hmm. Oh, that's not going to happen. I can't separate you because you're already separated. Let's see.
Can't separate the separated.
More
Ha
separatees. Ooh, good. Oh boy. Yeah, let's do that. I think you're yeah. I think the power being out has kind of disrupted your connection with the saint a little bit. But you feel as you like it's just this area coming out, and as you approach the the section that is still lit and the on the other side of the office, it almost feels like like an electrical like a rebound when you hit that like that part of the grid. I think I'm just going to have you mark a charge box on your sacred conduit.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you feel like the saint slam back into you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think since you did make it, I think you see a man in a black suit hustling Sir Bastion downstairs.
Okay. I'll follow at a little distance, and I will complain a little bit to the saint about
Ooh.
it's good that you're back. I don't know why you left me. I turn around in the sand and there's one pair of footprints because you were over there working on a windmill. like I don't know. I mean, the thing about you is you're supposed to be constant, and you're really like alternating here with how you
not direct.
Yeah. More electricity puns. I just feel this resistance from you.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, how do you
Get amped.
Yeah. I wish I know Saint, I know you can. And I just wish you were more present.
What are you afraid might happen if the saint grants your wish?
Oh, I mean, I am afraid of being fried. I think I'm actually more afraid of like getting cut off completely at this point.
Ooh.
Oh, did I say the wrong thing?
It's worse than that. How is it worse than that? Being cut off completely from your god who you're having a problem with. I think it's worse than that. I think not only being cut off completely from the saint, but being like flagged in the system as like
Yeah.
Next on the list of sacrifices when we need to spin up a new power plant. Like
Nice.
you'll be pursued by the faith as well once that like gets into the system.
Mhm.
This is a revelation move, so plus communion.
I don't really have. Okay, sure, 2. I got an 8.
That is an 8. Wow, so many
That's my
7 and 9s.
third 8, isn't it?
That's a third 8.
Yeah.
How do you feel like the saint would respond to that? I think you're feeling the presence is amped up a little bit,
Mhm.
just because of the nature of where we are here.
Mhm.
What does it feel like when the saint answers emphatically?
I would like classic, person first getting telepathy. Like just all the radio
Mm,
activity in the area. Just
yeah,
flooding in. Uh,
yeah,
just
Th-
blinding and deafening me for a bit.
yeah. That's going to
Or
be a condition then. Overwhelmed.
okay, well, that's going to be a verse, I
Oh,
think.
that's going to be a
But
verse then. Yeah.
let's see, which is a good verse. Let's see, what do I have? I have 4 left.
Why?
Okay, okay. No wait, that's uh, flashback. Okay. Narrate a scene, the sweltering crucible. Wait, narrate a scene in the present day showing how you are vibrant and glowing in your faith again. How does your appearance begin to mirror the saint? Residents of the cities view you with wonder and fear. Roll with advantage when giving commands to city dwellers or acting in the name of the faith electric. Huh. I don't know. That might be a
Interesting.
little, yeah. I don't know. That might be too much.
I will keep it in mind as you do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just grab one of the verse of histories and I'll
Okay,
think
cool.
about that. Yeah.
Cool. Let's go ahead and take our first break then. Think about that. Let's do 5.
On go. Up. Non-related to our game. Remind me, Mark, is the RSVP thing for the old traumatic grasslands, is that pinned in one of the channels? I didn't.
I
it.
don't think it is. I can send you a link to it. It's game number 1000, unplayable. This here first.
I was like, somewhere there's an RSVP thing. I don't remember where. Can't find it. Oh, that's right. I was waiting to get approved on that site or whatever last time I tried. Haven't been back since to see if I've been approved.
They're usually pretty good about it. Let me send you that on Messenger. I'm on the road. Cool. So I think you're all going to the same place at this point. Sir Bastion is being led down by the director of the facility, and Zeph is following, and I think the containment specialist Dredge is bringing Wren down, right? And you're being taken down to the testing hangar. It's several floors down into the ground, underground, and when you emerge, there's like blast doors basically that open up into a just massive underground vault, concrete walls. There's different like containment units arrayed throughout the vault. You hear a lot of different noises. Most of them are soundproof, so it's difficult to hear. There's some muffling coming through there. There's a bunch of different equipment all over the place and people doing their things. You can see some rapid response systems on by, including some imagine they're probably snipers up top, maybe a couple other things. But yeah, you're all being led to what Dredge called 47B, which has another designation as well. But as we enter the testing hangar, there is a paint the scene question. Researchers have been testing an experimental project extensively. How can you tell they are close to its final iteration?
I think one thing is there's a big readout in one of the rooms that says successful repetitions 477. So it seems like at this point it's just redundancy checking, making sure like run it like 500 times and make sure works and doesn't error out or. So yeah, the test run is on its 477th successful test run.
I think there's a bottle of scotch on a desk with a note that says for your impending success.
And a gun that says in case of your impending failure.
Impending failure, yes.
Oh no, they've discovered the power of the gun.
My only weakness, bullets.
My only weakness.
That was our secret.
Do you have anything, Zeph?
Wait, I should have put a gun on the table. You're right.
I mean, there are definitely going to be guns around. I'm sure.
Yeah, just a calendar marked off with like a big red circle on like the day that it's going to happen.
Ooh, and that day is soon. In this area, you also have access to a special move. That move is Hallow. When you invoke a divine element within a living sacrifice, roll with communion. This roll is made at disadvantage unless you include any of the following elements: a ritual formula or specific prayer mark, a relevant invocation, class 5 hazardous materials, or if you have marked the bleeding revelation. On a full success, the ritual succeeds, transforming the sacrifice into an immortal saint. On 7 to 9, it succeeds but takes a heavy toll. And on a miss, it's a miss. bad things happen. Zeph, did you have a pending verse you want to do?
Oh,
You want to save it for later?
I'll save it for later.
Okay, cool.
I think.
Um, on the I think Sir Bastion and Director Harrow take an elevator down instead of the stairs, and I think once you get into the elevator, his demeanor, I'm not going to say softens, but he becomes a little bit more familiar, I think, and starts making idle chit chat, like asking you about the project. It's like, what are you most excited about? Our the big project.
Just finding some meaning in something I have control over, and not for too long. People, try to find meaning in gods, and
Exactly.
the gods just constantly make you feel like a disappointment. And I'm tired of feeling like a disappointment.
Exactly. They should be under our thumb, not the other way around. Fewer gods, the better. That's what I say.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's gotten out of control. How many gods are there now? It's kind of ridiculous.
Thousands, probably hundreds at least, but that number is coming down every day. And hopefully by the end of Q4 next year, we'll be down to, I don't know, a manageable half dozen.
Yeah.
Of course, Young Jolly Junk will have to be one of them, but I'm thinking of rebranding.
Really? Have there been any focus meetings on names or concepts yet? Or is that too early?
We finalized our name. We're just working on campaigns, how to best release it once people start to notice. And surely Project Theophage is understated but impactful.
For too long, the gods have just farmed us like chattel and made us believe we need their approval and their favors. And look, I'm not saying there should be no gods.
Oh no, there has to be something in it for us.
Right,
but really, it's our own fault, isn't it? Don't you think? They didn't come from nowhere.
That's true.
First step, roll back the gods to a manageable amount. Second step, start to massage the consciousness of the population to focus in on what's important instead of turning every stray thought into a deity in someone's backyard or garage. The reason I believe that Project Theophage is going to succeed where others have failed. Other people have excuses. They didn't have enough resources, or their sabotage, or lack of public support. But
there's always excuses.
It's just a lack of vision. This country wasn't founded on politely worded emails and compromises. It was drawn in ashen marks and salt and smoke and symbols carved into bleeding flesh.
There's probably a god of email now.
Not for long. And here we are, and the doors open.
I don't know if this could count as an investigation role. You're trying to get, because we need more clues out of him. I feel like he said yes to me. I turned to him and I was like, so what are you most looking forward to in all this? What drives you? What's your biggest motivation in all this, you think?
Focus. With only the licensed gods. Of course, Theophage at the top, Saint Electric, I suppose the Grinding Lord. Some just won't get rid of him. Jolly Crunchtooth, of course. Maybe one or two others, depending how the politics of it work out. But the others, all of them, the river worshippers, the disease mongers, everyone, we'll get them in line. Once their gods are gone, we can bring them under the umbrella of the gods that we control, and not only be able to focus on their worship, but focus their attention and, most importantly, wallets.
Hey, this is like obviously not really my place. Is this an open dialogue? Am I free to make a suggestion? Which, of course, you can take or leave. You're the expert. Just our conversations is it's really stimulating my brain, just getting me thinking about all this, and I might just be talking bullshit out of turns, and apologize if I do. But have you considered, so just maybe to make people accept it more, question it less, tell me if this logic is sound or not. What if in this pantheon of accepted gods, you throw in like one of the smaller gods somewhere, like like the Watcher in the Wings or something, just so people go, oh, well, this was obviously a meritocracy and they didn't just pick like the big corporate gods. It's like a spoiler like that, just to make people think that, oh, you've really put thought into this and you've really judged each god on its merit to whittle them down. Just something to think about. I thought maybe a spoiler like that people might not expect.
I assure you, if it was a meritocracy, the Watcher would be high on the list of those to be cut. It already is. We don't want to give people false faith, hope that maybe just in this one instance, our little garden god can go unnoticed, or if I hide in the woods long enough, this one god of hunting will. No, all or nothing. And once the evasion is released, there will be no choice in the matter. Only the ones with proper government and corporate backing will be able to withstand. And then, and I haven't floated this to the assembly yet, but once we clean house here, I think the lingers are next. There's been no formal declaration of war, but with a powerhouse of 5 or 6 strong, focused gods, we can plow through anything they have.
Well, I mean, official war, but I mean, come on. People have been at unofficial war with the Linger Streets forever.
Well, we're here.
Wonderful.
Wren. What's his name? Dredge brings you to his workspace. There's a placard on the this is within this vault, it's like another concrete bunker with steel doors and thick glass that you can see inside, wires in it, and it's above the door stenciled test subject 1178. And he just kind of gestures at it and steps back. When you look inside, there is a figure that's kind of floating in the center of it. Used to be a person, now it's just arms outstretched 3 feet off the air, luminous, shimmering, vibrating, particles sort of wafting around, glistening in the air around it, kind of crystallizing on the walls every once in a while. You can see their facial features are just kind of erupting and disintegrating over and over again. Their expression is halfway between being tortured and being enraptured. Their arms and legs are just a blur of glowing after images, just kind of the like a million hands kind of gesturing weirdly. And they're just, in there. And Dredge says, "You see what I mean?" Any recommendations? I think there's another technician like they're observing, and he taps them and takes over.
Well, if you could catch me up on what you've tried.
Tried. I mean, I won't let them near it. They just want to purge it. They just want to fry it and forget it. And it's not. It's not a tree. It's not a snowflake. I've rarely seen anything like it. It's as beautiful, but if we use any of our standard protocols on it, it's just it'll dissipate for a while. Like I said, it will look like it's gone, but it'll just reform. And whether that's in an hour or in a week, we won't be prepared. And we're not just going to keep an empty containment unit active waiting for it. So we've just left it here. But we've got a schedule to move through, and space is limited.
So it's true that it can't die.
Nothing that I imagine that can be tried. People are stuck on process here. They're not as experimental as some of our projects are. People are set in their ways, and they feel like at certain points there's only one way to do things.
And I know you've told whoever came here before me, but I gotta ask, what would be the harm in just letting it go?
I knew your disposal guys had a sense of humor, but that's hilarious.
We gotta ask.
Well,
We don't none of us like to do our jobs, and we would like it if it was just easier job.
So let me go over the charts, and he goes to the unit and pulls a clipboard off of the wall next to the door. It's like, look, if this one were to get out, there are gods of fecundity and fertility and growth in general. I'm sure you've seen in your time, and a lot of times they can be they can be burned away. We've used large, exorbitantly expensive quantities of acid. Just some of them are easier because they are more physical in nature. They grow like a cancer, and cancers can be treated with radiation. They can be treated with heat. They can be just cut out, and disposal is another matter altogether. But this is, look at it. It's light. It's essence. I don't know how to describe it. I don't have the words. But if it got out, if a single piece of it got out, it would spread. And we're not supposed to let our personal feelings enter into our day-to-day work, obviously, as you know, but like all of many of our subjects, like some of our subjects, it is clearly suffering, as they do. Divinity is service, and sainthood, the ecstasy of sainthood, is just part of the bargain. And I am not ready for that. And I don't think most people are.
But you did it to someone else.
Of course.
And
that's why we're here.
I think at that moment, maybe there's like, what's nearby?
It's an experimental area, so you tell me.
Um,
Lab equipment, industrial stuff. It's like a big hangar almost.
I think there's like one of those holes that is kind of like one that you would see in like a clothing store where you could like get something off of a top rack.
Oh, like if they have them in. Zeph would know this when you're working on electrical equipment that you can pull someone back off of if they like.
Oh yeah, like or like yeah, it's like a
It's like
a
a rescue
noose,
hook kind of.
a rescue noose,
Yeah.
that you would like use on I think Wren grabs that and busts the glass.
So the glass is probably like a foot thick, so it's not going to be bustable like that. But
Is there a door
I
to the?
I
Is
there
there
is a door that could probably be.
Yeah, I'm gonna open
You
the
could go
door.
for the door. Woo,
I'm gonna go for
boy.
the door. I'm going for the door.
Okay.
Can I go for the door with my new move? Or
Yeah,
is
I mean
it if it's a
definitely
vitality roll?
it's gonna be vitality. You will get advantage on that if you want to use your move.
I just want to try it out.
If
Is that or dirt?
Yeah. If you can think of a way to make someone die with it, that'll trigger off the multi-ball.
I guess it's the fate worse than death. Yeah.
Or you can just use something else. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
use
can
something
totally.
else. I don't
Okay.
know that this will kill anybody.
I think you're going to start off with disadvantage because there are security protocols in place to keep this from happening for sure.
Okay, but I'm inspired, so
Oh
I'll
yeah,
use that.
cool. So vitality is 0, so straight up 2 dice.
Let's fucking go. It's a 3.
It's a 3. Yeah, I mean, I think the simplest thing, he's explained, you go for the thing, you go for the door, and he, slams a red button next to it, and there's barely a heartbeat before one of the snipers just puts you down.
Damn. Finally, I'm dead. The end.
You can keep that from happening if you like, with a verse.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a verse.
And Zeph, you see, bang.
Oh fuck. I kind of want to do, if I use my second to last verse of prophecy, that like doesn't, we always get to choose whether we do a verse of history or verse of prophecy, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Narrate a scene in the presentation showing how you're strong in faith again. You can see the maiden wherever you look for her, gesturing silently or whispering pregnant importance. Once per session, when you ask what she's trying to tell you, I will answer in the form of conspiracy clue.
Yeah, I want that. Since we're coming into the end.
Yeah, narrate a scene in the presentation showing how you're strong in your faith again.
Oh, in the present day. Let's see if I can do this. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, or to focus it more.
Can I have some clues?
Say how the maiden helps you succeed here. Oh, this is great. You do what happened. You hear the shot fired. You tell me how the maiden either stops you from being shot or stops you from dying after being shot.
I think I'm like, I think I see her. And no, wait, maybe she just grabs me.
Hmm.
She just pulls me away from the door.
Does she? I mean, does she
Because
pull a
it's not
watcher?
my
Does
time.
she? Yeah. Does she? Does she
Because
grab you and then you
she's
vanish? Like, does she like grab you like sideways into the gray lands
yeah,
or
I think
whatever?
she like grabs me into yeah, she grabs me into the Deathland, and then I kind of reappear on the other side of the room because she's
Fantastic.
like, "Fuck you! It's not your time yet.
I love that.
You keep trying to die."
And I think then the complication there is since you got pulled out of the way, the bullet hit Dredge, and he
Yeah,
drops.
and he dies.
And the alarm is still going off. Zeph, you see this happening. You see something reach out of the gray and pull Wren away. You see Dredge hit the ground. And you see, now there's sirens, and now there's security running. Now there's a lot of stuff happening.
Oops.
How do you react to that, Zeph?
Do I see Wren reappear? Or...
Brendan, that's up to you.
I think
Where
I
do you
like reappear in like a janitor closet or something. I don't think I'm
Okay, yeah.
visible.
Yeah, because the room is like a airplane hangar sized underground vault. So across the room could be anywhere.
Yeah, I think there's like a little like a janitor closet that I reappear, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Cool.
Are people running around targeting me? Or,
no, I think
like,
I think you are not the focus right now. I think the focus is whoever tried to bust open a contagious saint.
Somebody.
Somebody.
Once told me. That's like what's the Austin improviser equivalent of the 2 bits from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? If somebody says somebody, you have to finish with more.
Yeah.
In the crowd and confusion, do I see Warden Shrike or Sir Bastion?
Yeah, I think you see both. Shrike runs security for the whole place, so he's like directing the efforts towards the vault. And I think you see Sir Bastion being led off the elevator by Director Harrow to the Theophage project area.
I'll try to. I'll switch from trying to get to Wren to trying to get to Sir Bastion.
Fantastic. I think you're able to do that in the confusion. Sir Bastion, you see Zeph coming up to you. What would you like to do? The director has released you into the vault and gone back up the elevator, so you are free to attend to your project or whatever else you like to do. Yeah, the place is on red alert now, though.
Got a pretty out there, crazy, wacky plan in my head.
Love it.
I kind of feel like if Zeph sees me, like I don't really see Zeph, or Zeph like Zeph sees me, and I just kind of like out of it. I'm a disappointment. I'm also spent from my acting, and I think as soon as I know I'm free to do so, I get back in the elevator if possible, and push the stop button or whatever, to stop the elevator.
You want to get in before the director leaves or after?
No, it can be after he's gone.
Okay,
I want alone time in the elevator.
Yeah, you can do that, no problem.
And then once I'm in the elevator, I open the little maintenance panel. The whole time I'm sort of muttering to me like, I'm not a disappointment. I'm a hero.
You're
A hero.
disappointed.
I'm a hero. This. The watcher, he needs grand gestures. That's what drama's all about. Grand gestures, big choices. Big choices. So on the maintenance panel, I think I like use the corner of the metal maintenance panel, like cut my finger open.
Mm-hmm.
And on the floor of the elevator, I draw what is basically a yin-yang symbol. But in one of the sides is like a happy face, and one of the sides is a little sad face. It's a
Prayer
watcher.
marks.
Yeah, it's a watcher prayer mark. Then I have this feeling now, since we've been here, that I feel like I have more power. I think there's something new brewing in me that I can do. So then, knowing the way if I'm assuming it's like typical elevator, and that there's like a maintenance hatch in the top.
Mm-hmm.
I evoke the power of my prop work, just knowing that this is a great scene. You know what this scene could use? It'd be perfect if I climb through this maintenance hatch and I find like I'm trying to decide between two things. We'll keep it simple. Somebody who had been doing who had been doing maintenance at some point dropped a tool, and there's like, oh, great, there's like a cordless cable saw here.
Yeah.
Thanks to prop work. And I kind of eye the cables, see how they run, and then okay, this one seems solid. Okay, if I hold on to this one, yeah, no, I think I'll be safe if I hold on to this one. And then just keep watch for somebody to get in the elevator and that's not hopefully, someone who I think has been doing work here, a person who.
Oh yeah, just a scientist, whatever, researcher.
I mean, the hero would have been great, but oh well, we take what we can get. Like, oh,
Yeah, I think a few people like pile into the elevator, like
a few
start
people.
hitting
That's
the buttons.
Unfortunate, a few people, but we do what we got to do. And so I'd have been prepping this whole time. Once they're in the elevator, what floor are we on? I don't even know. Do we know what floor we're on?
You're on the testing hangar floor.
Because I want to be.
It is underground. It is far underground.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wait till I want to go back up. I want the elevator. Once the elevator's up. Once I feel like we've got some good height, that's when I'm gonna hold on and saw those cables. This is my power saw while reciting the final paragraph from the famous play, The 11th Level, where they thought they would rise to the top. But no, they plummeted down past the 9 known levels of hell, charting new territory to the 11th level. And I'm going to cut those cables and let that elevator plummet.
Sounds like you're invoking a divine element within a living sacrifice.
Yeah, doesn't it though?
All right. You've used a prayer mark and a invocation, so you are not rolling with disadvantage, but it is a communion roll.
This will impress the watcher. What will impress the watcher more? I'm making you something, watcher. I'm tired, I'm spent, and I'm a disappointment. But I'm making you something very special. This will prove to you. An 8.
An 8. All right. With hollow on an 8, the ritual succeeds, but takes a heavy toll. The keeper describes something that the saint consumes as it emerges, or other complications that arise from engaging with it. Great. What does an immortal saint of the Watcher in the Wings look like?
Well, I could also do Bleeding Revelation to bump that up to a full success, could I
You
not?
totally could. Yeah. Would you like to?
I think so. I feel like he's in a very fugue, desperate state. It feels like he
Fantastic.
would at this point.
Narrate a flashback to when you realized even your best performance would never be enough.
Oh, how perfect! I didn't even read
Yeah.
that beforehand. What terrifying premonition drove you onward? When you encounter a new side character, you can ask the keeper what role the watcher wants to see them play, and the keeper will answer directly or cryptically. So first, the flashback. I think I had been doing a run of a new original show, and this was probably only maybe a few years back. And every performance, like from previews through closing night, was sold out. Word of mouth was crazy. There were lines around the block for standby. There was every review was just glowing about my performance and the show itself. And I was like, yeah, this is the stuff or whatever. And still, after closing night, I'm sitting there feeling really good about something. Like, I got to be one of the Watcher's top disciples now. And there, as usual, I just, as I'm closing up the theater, I see that familiar shadow in the wings, just sort of shaking his head. And I just hear that voice I've heard before being like, popularity does not dictate the quality of art. I thought you would know better than that. And then he's gone.
What terrifying premonition drove you forward?
I sort of in that moment saw my life without the Watcher and without acting in it. And it was just so bland and mundane that it seemed worse than death. It seemed like that seemed like a living level of hell. Like, oh my God, to have to live out a life like that, how meaningless and gross and pathetic and no, I'd rather just, you know what, I'd rather just put my all into this and let be a disappointment or be taken out by the Watcher or just die trying. I have to keep going forward. I mean, I've pleased him before. I can do it again. I just got to learn. I got to learn from this. There's always lessons to be learned. That's all there is to it. Fuck. And it was just like one of the lowest moments in time where it's like, thought I had this huge success and it was a failure. But then I saw there was no other path my life could take.
So a question about the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
You have cut the cords and the elevator itself is plummeting downwards.
Mm-hmm.
Are you riding the elevator down?
No,
or
my
are you
plan
doing
was
the
to
thing where
be
you're grabbing
holding,
onto the thing?
yeah, holding the cables.
Great.
That's
Good,
why
good,
I was
good.
scoping him out to figure out like which cable wouldn't go or whatever when I cut
Yep.
it. Be like, okay, I cut that one, hold this one because this is the anchor cable. Oh, I got it. I think I got it.
Fantastic. I think that is still going to be dangerous, not deadly, however. So what are you afraid will happen if like you get caught up in the cables or let loose or
Well,
get hit by the
it's
counterweight coming down?
Yeah, well, exactly. I figure there's still some danger because like there's probably gonna be a whipping cable around, and there's still gonna, yeah, like you said, some kind of counter thing. So hopefully I've judged it all accurately, or else, well, I'm going down as well.
Okay, this is a roll with vitality.
Which is a big fat zero.
Maybe there's a silver lining.
Yes, it's true. I was just looking at my items. Yeah, you know what? I am going to use that because I think in my, lately I've been having a lot of spiritual turmoil. And I know that I also have this whole thing with the silver lining I still haven't figured out how to get out of yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like I've been,
Can I
well, I
make
might as well at
a
least
suggestion?
yeah, sure.
Use the book by sending it down with the elevator and getting consumed by the saint.
Say
That
it
might,
again.
if you destroy the book by throwing it
Oh,
down
right,
with the
right, right,
saint,
yes.
maybe that will not make the silver lining so interested in you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, two
No,
for one.
yes, that's great. Yeah, I feel like I think I could look at that and I'd be like, I feel like I've maybe felt a little bit of a pull. Like maybe I should check out the silver linings because it's not working out great with the Watcher. But this is my moment when I'm
Also,
like,
fuck that guy.
I'm going all in with the Watcher. So I'm like, yeah, no, fuck, I'll get out of this. Fuck this. Take that
Fantastic.
silver lining. My new saint will eat it.
So that's a vitality roll with advantage.
Roll with advantage. It's a big fat 0. Let's see what we do. How about an
Ooh,
11?
That's an 11. Fantastic. Tell me the action hero scene where you scoot up on the cable.
So I feel like, again, I'm almost just like delirious, like, the Joker and Batman. So I'm like, I've said my piece and I cut the cable and I feel like I just kind of swing back just about a foot as the cable just like almost rips my cloak, but not, it doesn't. It goes
Great.
zipping past me up and I was like, oh, timed that well. And then the counterweight, oh, that was real close too.
Zeph, where did we leave you? I forget.
I was trying to get to Sir Bastion.
Right. So I think the best way to do that is a bunch of the Sir Bastion goes into the elevator, doors close, a bunch of other people go into the elevator, doors close, and you're like, fuck. And then there's a crash. The doors of the elevator blow out, dust everywhere. Sir Bastion, what does it look like when the saint emerges from the elevator? What is that immortal saint of the Watcher in the Wings look like?
Well, actually, yeah, it's a good question. I didn't plan on it being multiple people, but since it is now, it's sort of it looks like a being made of multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's perfect because they're each like, its head can go 360 degrees around and also like not just around, but like, like a free orb. So that any face can be facing forward and they're all like different expressions and different characters. And like it can flick around and it's saying something from one play and then, oh, this face rotates around and it's saying lines from another play. And so it's like, oh, it's the perfect multi-faced actor.
An ensemble.
Yeah, it's an ensemble in one. And constantly like different, like, yeah, it's always shifting looks to, morphing into, it's got a cloak. Oh, now it's a guard. Oh, and now it's a businessman in a tie. And
so Zeph, you're faced with this monstrosity busts out of the elevator in front of you. Wren, you probably hear this happening from the broom closet or wherever. What are you doing there? What are you doing in there?
Which one of us were you asking?
Wren.
So I'm in the closet.
Yeah, you hear screaming like with giant crash. I think it was like
I think
a
I've
giant
been like,
crash, and then
I think I've been like
silence.
feeling myself being like, oh, I guess I'm alive. And Wren knows what happened, like that she came for her. And
Yeah,
Wren is
yeah.
like a bit pissed. I think, okay, so I'm in the broom closet and then am I near the elevator?
It's up to you. You decide where you wind up.
That's like a big hangar. I don't know if I'm that near to the elevator, but I think that Wren bursts out of the broom and is like, I get to die when I want to die. And maybe there's, yeah, I'd want to use my new move. Is there like a scientist near me?
Oh yeah, there's people scurrying around everywhere.
Yeah, I want to use death acceptance. And I think I want to take one of them. I think I have a mop or something in my hand. Or what's dangerous that's in a closet?
I think I might like just take a mop and
Yeah, I think I have a mop and I just like break it and I'm like, I get to die when I want to die. And then just like breaks a mop and then just like stabs it through whoever is nearby.
Fantastic. What are you afraid will happen if security responds to you?
That I will continue not dying.
All right.
And then I'll have to go on a murder rampage.
That is a vitality roll with advantage.
Or I'm afraid it's Zeph.
Oh shit. That's great.
As he's running away from the exploding elevator, Wren pops out of a closet and stabs him. Oh shit!
Surprise!
Okay, so vitality is a 0, but I get to roll with advantage.
If you roll really well, maybe you'll get Grover.
Yeah, and what I hope
Guys, I finally made it.
Hope it's Grover.
That is a 7.
7.
All right. So you do it. You run the guy through. So you can move. You can do that move again, and he's just surprised. Like, why? But there is a complication.
I lose my mop.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I think the complication though is
I love my mop.
You're going to take a condition, and that condition is high alert because you killed the guy, but you're you're one of the many things that's going wrong here. So they're like, you see the warden guy like point to a security eye and point to you. I think you are now a person of interest down here as well.
Good.
Yeah. So Zeph, there's a grotesque, multi-bodied, multi-headed, multi-armed, shifting saint of theater busting out of the elevator in front of you. I think it grabs someone nearby who's scurrying by and just like I think their faces kind of like fold out like one of those like a dressing room mirror, and like it's just like the 3 voices start like screaming 3 different monologues at her in chorus, and you see her eyes just starting to bleed. She screams. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, no. As soon as I know it's a theater related thing, I think I'm heading a different way.
Yeah, good idea.
Like, oh God, how did you know it was an angel? Like, oh, what? I didn't. I just thought it was doing monologues.
I just didn't want to see his one-man show.
I thought it was just an open mic night.
Yeah. Wouldn't you run? Fantastic.
Yeah. No. I mean, if if I hear someone scream, I die when I want to die. But I'm probably like, okay,
that's right.
Okay, back to the original plan. Trying to get the party back together. So like, if I can find Wren, if like, I don't think I'm anywhere near Shrike's office, but like, if
I think Shrek is on the floor directing security.
yeah. Well, I was thinking like I wouldn't mind hiding in an office for a while and maybe
Mhm.
trying to get more information about the turquoise security. But I think my first instinct is like to get together with Wren, you know.
Great. I think there are some security guards between you and Wren, and they are moving towards her. Would you like to do anything about that? Them,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, I guess that's okay. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. uh, gosh. This is like elaborate, like oh, if I start a fire and get the water, the the if I get water, then I can electrocute the water. I'm like, yep, but we're all in the water then, so I don't know how that's
I
gonna
mean, you
happen.
can just electrocute
Uh,
them if you want to. I think that's part of your
yeah,
deal.
yeah. Um, I think for now, uh, you know what? For now, I'm just gonna kick one of them in like behind the knee. If they're headed to Ren, I'm just gonna like try to like bowl them over.
Great.
Uh, yeah.
What are you afraid is going to happen if there's too many of them?
I'm afraid that I'm not wearing my steel-toed shoes. um, and I mean, I'm also afraid that they might be like uh, close to being like hallowed to security. You know, I mean, I'm kind of expecting the like I hit it in the back and then it does the T1000 like, oh, actually my head's on this side now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. That's a vitality roll.
Okay. I'll say, great. That's where I'm a Viking. Okay. I don't know why my brain is just like doing allusions to or references. Okay. 2d6. Oh, I got a
Ooh,
14.
that's a 14. All right. Yeah, tell me how you brutalize these guys.
um, I mean, they're just doing a job, but it's a bad job, right? Yeah. No, I
I
think
think so. With a 14, I think you're right. I think they
oh,
do have some sort of they have some sort of wards or some sort of
mhm.
divinely amplified equipment somehow. How
Yeah.
do you overcome that? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. I think like I don't mean to, but um like when I kick one like a static goes through me like
Mhm.
through them and like burns their wards off of their skin,
Nice,
just
nice.
like just like I mean these are
Just
like intricate tattoos, right? So just like any mess, yeah, and
fantastic,
like yeah, it just hops through them or as many as I can get.
fantastic. Um, I think with a 14, like, do you want to take something off of them? Anything
uh
interesting?
yeah, I mean I kind of picture them having like uh prayer marked truncheons or
Yeah, great. Yeah,
something. So
anti Saint truncheons, just like old Carl
yeah,
used to have.
yeah, I'll grab one of those.
Great. And you can make it to Ren, and the two of you can fuck off to wherever you want to.
Yeah.
Sir Bastion in the diehard elevator shaft. Your saint is proceeding to wreak carnage downstairs, and you are upstairs somewhere. What's your next move?
Trying to get out of this shaft, that's for sure. It's like,
Yeah,
however I can do that. I don't know if I need like
yeah. I think you can.
pry some
You know,
doors open there.
yeah,
And,
just pry a door open. I think you have opened the door. You find yourself in the sub levels now.
Fancy.
This is a labyrinth of narrow corridors and hallways, and there's like crates and shipping containers everywhere. Um, There's like a lot of doors. Some are missing. Some are like,
You want me back?
have a plywood nailed over them. There are some signs like auxiliary, observation, overflow, cleansing, purging, high impact, level 3 consecration, rebirth, a bunch of different areas. And there's a paint the scene question, and everyone can answer this. Some areas have been marked off as dangerous. How are these problems being handled with half measures instead of lasting solutions?
I think one of the rooms, like you said, is just like, it's boarded up with a bunch of boards, but it's obviously not like airtight or anything. They're very kind of haphazardly just hammered on, and so there's, it's like there's space between them and stuff. And there's like very clearly something large and electrically arcing inside, to the point where like arcs still like come out through the gaps in the boards and stuff. And so you like don't want to walk too close to that door. But you're like, they probably should have done something else other than haphazard boards over the door. Looks pretty dope.
Yeah, I think like there's some like really important power switch, like, so there's like, one switch for lights, and then right next to it's the god containment, and it's just been it's just has like it's been taped over, so it's like it's in the on position. It's like, don't touch this one. This one has to stay like this.
Fantastic.
That's so good. That reminds me of like our breakers. Can you repeat the prompt?
Yeah. Some areas have been marked off as dangerous. How are these problems being handled with half measures instead of lasting solutions?
Band-aids instead of fixes.
And this is like on a floor that Sir Bastion's on?
Yeah, this is the sublevels.
The sublevels, okay. I think there's just like sorry, this is a particular floor, or this is like other floors?
This is a floor, but there's multiple parts to it. So
okay, I think there's just a missing floor. Like there's a like as Sir Bastion is like going up the shaft, there's like, wait, I think that like there was it like a memory feels missing.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Like,
yeah,
I thought there was a floor there, but I
thought
don't.
there was a floor there. That's great. Cool. So Sir Bastion, yeah, you're in the subfloors. There's stuff here. Thoughts?
We need clues. Seems like a good place to investigate.
Yeah. Tell me how you're investigating.
I'm gonna pick what at least looks like one of the less dangerous doors. It doesn't have obvious electricity arcing out from it.
Yeah. Auxiliary, maybe?
Sure. Let's check out auxiliary.
What's in auxiliary? Yeah.
In here.
Let's see. Who do we have?
Full time muttering to myself, "You disappointed now, but you're not disappointed now, are you?" That's pretty awesome. Pretty amazing.
Everybody
pretty
just talking to their gods.
Yeah, great. I think in the auxiliary area there, this is yeah, I love this. I think this is actually kind of like a lounge area. There's a couple like super ratty couches. The lights aren't great. There's a dirty microwave and a fridge.
Smells
and
like fish.
Yeah, it smells someone's cooking fish in the microwave. And on one of the couches with a clipboard is a rather handsome person, frazzled looking, just kind of like idly like scribbling some sort of notes on his clipboard. On the coffee table in front of him, he's got a Grinding Lord branded mug with a exclusive logo of the Unceasing Wakeful membership club. And just seems kind of like distracted by like taking notes. It's a break room, so people come in and out all the time. He doesn't really pay you a whole lot of mind.
Is this a side character?
It is a side character, yes.
Then, after my bleeding revelation, I now get to ask you what role the Watcher wants to see them play.
Ooh.
You can answer directly or cryptically. It's your choice.
What role does the Watcher want him to play? Plucky sidekick.
Great. Oh, well then. That's perfect. Then let's phase 2. You know what? This is interesting. I'm going to use a spellbinding tale on him. But interestingly, this is a little different, I think. Because if the description says, when you recite a story that is wildly unbelievable to a charm aside character, I kind of feel like the truth is wildly unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be like, perfect. I am in need of a new assistant. And you, my friend, are in luck because you are looking at the Watcher in the Wings' newest leading disciple. Do you know what I just did? I single-handedly just formed a new saint devoted to the Watcher, made of lots of people from downstairs, those scientists doing the crap work. Well, now they're doing the Watcher's work. You, my friend, this is your opportunity to get in on the ground floor. You and I, together, can make history. What do you say?
Roll with presence.
Which is 3, right? Isn't it 3? 11.
That's an 11. Yeah. He will aid you in a task or reveal a clue and won't ask for anything in return. He's like, yeah, sure. What's sorry, yeah, what's going on? What do you need?
What I need is the most sensitive information you have about this establishment. Because I'm here on a higher investigation. There's been shady dealings going on here. Things, things you'd be appalled at.
Sure, yeah. Let me just roll a quick 4-sided die here. Oh yeah, interesting. Okay, what does that even mean? I'm gonna write it down first and figure out what it is after.
That's how we do all our investigations. How do these all go together?
Great. I think he just like puts the clipboard down on the table and like turns it around. He's like, I'm going over some old contracts and just trying to figure out like where everything went wrong. And I think the answer is everywhere, everything. I mean, this is before Director Harrow's time, so I mean, none of this is going to come back on him. But I mean, look at this. They contracted, the Glottage contracted us to develop a new garbage collection god, and I mean, they didn't pay because I mean they lost a couple blocks. That was out of control. And this one here, the tour. Do you remember the tourism scandal in the Southern Reach?
Of course.
You do? How? They had to wipe so many people. They broadcast that, and so many people drowned.
Yeah, that was tragic.
So are you with damage control then?
I'm with a top secret independent group
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we all are. What's your specialty?
Well, our specialty right now, I got to be honest with you, is taking down this institute. It has to be taken down, and
So my project is to make sure that it doesn't happen, and mostly through our own fault, not from outside. I'm sorry. What department is that? Are you
again,
HR or
no. It's a department outside the institute. It's a department outside biased. It's like a sub department.
biased? What does
Mhm.
biased have to do with this? Are we being investigated?
No, well, basically, we need to, we need to get rid of all evidence related to biased, all evidence related to biased agents. We got to get rid of that stuff.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
And you know what? If the thing is, you help me out in this mission, you will be the man who this does not come back on. Consider you could be my plucky sidekick. This is your opportunity. Just as you said, how nothing's going to come back on Harrow. Well, this is how you make sure nothing comes back on you. You will help me. You'll come out of this squeaky clean. You'll be the man who helped bring it down for the good of humanity and was not one of the lackeys perpetrating all these crimes.
Look, I'm just a research assistant. I'm like, my job description is lackey. So,
Well, this is your chance to be promoted, my friend.
I get promoted by doing good research, and if the institute goes away, then there's no research to do. That's my life's work.
There is always research to do for more credible organizations.
Yeah, but not as well funded.
Oh, there'll be so much funding.
Yeah, people always say that and then come up short when it comes time to pay.
Maybe you should ask. Maybe. Don't you want to fund your soul? Your reputation. Now imagine consider yourself as someone who took down one of the biggest, most far-reaching scandals this land has ever known. You'd be able to write your own lunch ticket. Who's not gonna want to?
Yeah, I'm not in damage control. That's someone else's job. Covering up scandals, not my area. You probably want let's see. You probably want to, gosh, I mean, purging, I guess, is what they're under now. Although purging is both PR and divinity. So I mean, it's 6-1.
Where do you normally work? What floor?
I mean, sometimes it's a lot of paperwork up here in my office, and then every once in a while downstairs in the hangar.
Don't go down there.
Oh, they have an incident.
First off, elevator not working. Anywhere you go, take the stairs.
All of the elevators?
Well, that one for sure. Don't take that one.
Okay. Is it class 4 or class 5 this time?
Well, it's a rampaging Watcher in the Wing Saint going on downstairs.
Class 3. No problem.
No problem.
Watch it. Man, I've only heard like 1 or 2 cases of Watcher incidents. Man, those people are pathetic. Like, it's like they're just like, I don't know, a god of pay attention to me. Like, what kind of god is that? Like, think of something better. We've had so many proposals for, I mean, not so many, like, people think they can exploit it, but like once people kind of turn inward, they're not buying anything. So why? Watchers, I don't know a lot about the new thing that Harrow is doing, but I don't think Watcher's going to be a problem any longer. Look, they'll take care of that saint, and then that'll probably be the last we hear of him, right?
Hey, I think this is a perfect time for a behind the mask move. I can only the first part doesn't really apply. I can always tell when a side character is lying or concealing something from me. I doubt that's applicable here, really. But here comes it once per session when I reveal an unwelcome truth about myself. Well, let me tell you something. Maybe you missed it when I said I'm one of the most devout followers of the Watcher in the Wings. And what you just said, I'm going to be honest with you. For a brief moment, I wanted to kill you. And I was going to kill you. But I see now that's not the solution here.
Oh,
I-
good.
And I'm sorry that I thought about killing you, considered killing you. You understand how we are all so entrenched in our worship of these gods that these are the people they make us. They make us into these people. We do things in the name of our God. Like me, I created a big saint in hopes of impressing him. Because I'm a disappointment. So I'm sorry. I'm just having I'm having a moment. I'm tired. I'm exhausted from putting everything I had into it. And yet I still feel the fervor. I still want to impress him. I still want him to recognize me.
This is what I've been saying. Maybe think about trying to impress someone else that's not just impressed by people asking for attention. I mean, I've gone through phases. I'm sure a lot of people have, but like I've gone through, I grew up and I love the strawberry crunch tooth cereal when I was a kid. And like when I grew up, I'm gonna work for, I mean, I didn't even really understand what work was at that point. So I thought, oh, I'll work at the strawberry crunch factory. Don't get a job in the factory. But I grew out of that, and teenager was like, oh, I'm gonna be like my dad and work for the Church of Saint Electric, contribute to society. And college, I kind of experimented with a couple of minor faiths. I always wanted to do research. My folks said I should go into something more practical, like construction, but again, not for me. So I know, yeah, I spent a lot of time pouring my soul out to a lot of different gods, and I don't know. I think I came to the conclusion that you can't rely on them; they rely on us. And when I choose to put faith in a god, I will do it for a reason, and then it's over when the contract is over. And so I don't want to. It's not great to say that you don't have faith in anything, but faith is a tool. And so I guess you could say that I don't have faith in any of the gods. Maybe think about that.
Well, just so you know, it's not about the attention. It's about the art. And I know you probably don't understand that as not a follower, but art is the higher calling, not the attention.
Sure, but you can do that without him, right?
I'll have to think on that.
Look, I got to get back to my office. Do you need? I mean, I'm not sure what exactly is entailed in being a sidekick, but you seem like a nice guy. Look, in case things get out of control, just take this. And he reaches into his coat, and it's looks like a tranquilizer gun. And it's got a couple like darts kind of in little holsters on the side. And you can see on the side it is labeled "in case of sainthood." And that is the clue that goes along with that. Narcotics kit. Where was it? Like I'm good luck with whatever you're working on.
Again, avoid the lower levels right now. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my clipboard back. I have a lot of paperwork to do before I go. I'm sure they'll have it contained by this afternoon. It's not the first time, right? I mean, yeah.
Sorry about the almost killing you thing.
It happens. Cool. Zeph and Wren, where are you heading off to?
Okay, I think Wren's still on a rampage.
In that case, I'm staying close by, but out of the way. Like Ren, we should do something. Less less attention getting.
And you're like on the opposite side of the hangar, right? You said from like the elevator.
Yeah, yeah. I think we could see the elevator. We could see the monstrosity come out, but we were like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's a response team on the way to handle the Saint. So you can pretty much go where you need to now.
Where do we need to go?
Don't suppose there's a morgue in here, or oh wait,
yeah.
you just killed a guy.
You just killed the guy.
Yeah,
I could just talk to him.
Oh yeah, you could just talk to him.
Own. Yeah,
you make our own morgue.
You're like, you could have talked to me when I was alive. Like, it's easier this way.
You can speak with corpses as if they were side characters.
I don't know that Wren would do that though. I just think Wren's a little
You're not going to give
murdery
comfort to the dying.
No comfort to the dying. But my condition of high alert, that just means that the high alert is on me, not that I'm on high alert. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. We're just gonna keep murdering. Yeah, I think Red is just like disgusted with this place and it's just like going after anybody. But maybe if Zeph's there aren't any people around anymore.
Yeah. I guess I have like the anti-Saint truncheon and like just a keyboard I grabbed and I'm like using as a shield. Or like just like there's got to be something else we should do here. I don't know what it is, but there's got to be. I mean, I don't think anything we do here matters in the grand scheme of things. But I agree, this is a bad plan. I'm gonna try to reach Wren. Wait, remind me. If
I think you and Wren are very close to each other.
Reach emotionally.
Emotionally.
What's that word? Like would you connect and you try to share thoughts? Talking.
Telepathy.
Yes. No. Is Wren? Sorry, I just want to make sure. The new move. If you stop this rampage, is that the end of it, or can you use this again since you killed someone?
Next session you can use it again. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you rolled with advantage on vitality. Someone died as a result of that, so you can roll with advantage on vitality again, and you can keep doing that until someone doesn't die.
Oh, okay.
Good combo. Yeah, I can just keep doing it, right? And don't have to like immediately kill the next person.
Yeah.
I think Wren is like, and then like, sees, and I think Zeph has been trying to talk to Wren.
Yeah. I'll be like, yes, I agree with you. This place is bad. These people are just willing to throw other people into the machine and never take their own turn. It's all just a really concentrated form of everything else about society that's wrong. If people don't stand up, just try to take advantage of as many smaller people as they can. But I think there's a better way to go about destroying this place rather than manually. Like we need to get more information.
When you say that, you hear a very placid voice from behind you, and you hear her say, "That's not true. One day it will be my turn. I'm not afraid."
Gonna turn and see.
Yeah, this is a woman with like a radiant skin, just like a placid, beaming smile. simple cotton robes. Has like she has like a it's hard, it's like a towel or some sort of cloth like draped over one hand, and a bowl of water. Um, and I think you see just like the briefest glimmer of disappointment cross her face as she looks across the room to the hangar, to the response team responding to the saint over there. She said, and she just like shakes her head a little bit. She says, "This is the first one." Sad.
Sorry, who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you new? I'm Samara. I'm the birthing attendant. That's I've been present for every single divine emergence in this facility until today. Although I suppose I am present now. It's a blessing, really, to bear witness to these miracles. But I know one day it will be my turn to serve.
But first, it's a lot of other people's.
Of course, all those who are called. Is that why you're here?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh, what project are you slated for?
It's uh it's a turquoise level issue.
Oh,
you're uh you're not
indigo.
turquoise, are? Oh, okay. Which is below turquoise?
You're not familiar with rainbows, are you?
just just mostly black and chrome. Yeah. Okay.
Are you lost? You and your friend?
In many ways.
You are covered with, and she like takes the cloth and dips it in the bowl of water and approaches Wren. It's like, may I? There's an awful lot of blood on you. I'm sorry.
I think Wren headbutts her.
Yeah, I think you can just do that. Yeah, she gets knocked on her ass, water bowl goes clattering over there, and she like, I think her placid smile is gone as she's like kind of scampering backwards a little bit. Like, why would you do that? What's who are you?
I don't want to talk to the living no more.
Oh, well, then you?
And then I think Wren jabs the broom through her eye.
Yeah, murder's gonna be a roll, I think.
But I'm using my move again.
Yeah. What are you afraid? I mean, what are you afraid the response will be to a second murder in a
I'm afraid that she's
heavily
gonna get her
populated place?
wish and she's gonna become a saint that she's already like slated for sacrifice and like has prayer marks or
Amazing.
something, and it's just gonna like erupt into something terrible.
Fantastic. I love it. Roll
Sorry.
with advantage. Yep, that's amazing.
My stupid imagination. All right.
It's a 6. Ooh. Yep, that exactly happens. You put the the mop handle through her eye, and she just beams
Fuck.
with delight. Um, mm, I think she good. What to do here? Yeah, I think she she smiles and falls back, and I think as she hits the ground, she sort of comes apart, um, and not in the way like a body comes apart. It's almost as if like her and her clothing and the stuff that she was holding are all part of like the same like model, for lack of a better word, and like everything kind of like becomes bumpy and granular and just sort of like spreads out on the ground like as if she was made of like a bunch of ball bearings almost, or like Orbeez kind of, and just kind of like scatters a little bit. Um, and there's a beat, and then they start coming together and reforming. And as they sort of as they come together, they lose their shape and become more like stringy and globby. And there's more like you saw Fern Gully, right? It's kind of like when Hexus is coming out, kind of like almost like it's pulling itself out of the ground, and like to its full height. It's like gray and green, this bruised, like fungal color almost, pulling itself to its full height, like 20 feet tall. Um, you can roll with that, or you can bump it up to a mixed success.
Wait, 6 is not a mixed success? Sorry, it
No,
has a
6 is
7
a
above.
failure.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, I should bump it up. As fun as this is, I don't want Zeph to die. Hey, buddy. A flashback to my adulthood showing parts of my life I neglected in pursuit of miracles.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'll save that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you put the mop handle through her eye, and yeah, she has that same look on her face as she falls back. And there's a few moments before like she's twitching on the ground, and I think there's a moment when she realizes that
Oh.
she's not turning. And ooh. Ooh, no, that's not good. That will kill you. No, that will end your story. Oh no, yeah, that's great. And you can see the like the fear on her face. She's like, "Oh no, I'm actually going to die. I'm not going to be hollowed." And she like twitches and convulses on the ground as the bleeds out from her eye. And I think as she dies, you don't feel her there. Like if you tried to talk to her, she would not be there.
That's terrifying.
And I think that's going to be a condition for you. How does that make you feel? Like seeing someone like not just die, but like vanish.
I think like lost or unmoored or.
Ooh, unmoored. That's great. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, and if it can happen to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's just pull out on the scene of like you standing over her, with people scrambling over there, and you hear like gunshots happening over here and other stuff. Again, like we'll just pull back. Yeah, and we'll end it there.
Yep. Q will have fun when he returns.
Yeah. Cool. Let's do our end of phase questions.
She was gonna be like, what all happened last time?
End of session questions. Let's start off with Wren.
Oh wait, yeah. We didn't complete an assignment. Did I engage with a god, angel, or divine manifestation? I don't think so.
Oh, no,
Wait, I
yeah.
did talk to the fractal thing.
Or
And
you
the
got
maiden
absorbed
pulled
or,
you through
like,
gray space
saved.
to
Yeah.
save you from getting
Oh
shot.
yeah, the maid touched me the first time. Okay, yeah. And then I delivered a monologue, and that's how I got down to the basement. And then I struggled with my personal faith. Then she fucking dragged me. So that's it.
Cool.
Great.
Zeph.
Yeah, I did engage with a god. I did struggle with my faith, and I delivered a monologue about the horrors that society accepts as good and necessary.
Fantastic. And
That's a
Sir
good
Bastion.
I did things. We did not play silent.
You definitely engaged with a god.
I was like, did I? I guess so.
Yep, you sure did.
I delivered a monologue, and I definitely struggled with my faith. For sure. All of the above.
Fantastic.
1, 2, 3. So then I have an advancement that I can't use,
Woohoo.
but
You can shift the point around or
that's
shift your
true.
powers around.
I don't think I want to do any of those.
Cool. Let's do stars and wishes then, starting with Heath.
The usual. That was a crazy action-packed episode all around. It was nuts because I can feel things amping up in the climax of the series. Everybody took it to 11. Everybody is going off the deep end. I love it. Yeah, lots of time to watch everybody. That was fun. As usual, lots of great suggestions from Mark. It's always fun helping us out, and it's fun being collaborative in all decisions and things. And wishes. Okay, I think he's gonna want to get back to Zeph and Wren and presumably Hugh. Yeah, just wrap this puppy up. We got the clues now.
Yeah.
So once Peter's back, we can have a freewheeling discussion and shit.
Get out.
Shut this sucker down. I think that's it.
All right. Ben.
Yeah. I'll start with the wishes first. Yes. Wishes to survive, get through this all.
Boo.
Yeah, it's like a half wish, really. Or no, maybe the wish is to like go out in a blaze of glory, and not like be forced to come back as some sort of new god after that blaze of glory. Yeah, maybe just a blaze, no glory.
Yeah, you're just 3 bad rolls away from your your last moves.
Yeah. Stars. Yeah, no, just everyone having fun with their characters and yeah, really amping things up, as has been said. Yeah, no, nothing new to add. I'll pass it on.
Ooh, Nick then.
Yeah, I agree with what's been said. Yeah, I love that we're just like, arc near the end. Let's and there's a nice action scene. Yeah, thanks to Mark for helping us like make decisions. I'm wishing for a good death. 'Cause I'm running towards a death, but I want a good death. And that could mean many things for Wren. That could mean Wren gets what they want. It could mean Wren doesn't get what they want. Yeah, and start with this new move.
Yeah, that's a really good
Fucking
one.
sweet. It's still active.
Good combo.
And yeah, I wish for to see what Hugh thinks about what we've done.
And how is he related to Vaughn Harrow?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. How is he
Yeah.
related to the Vaughn Harrows? Yeah, just see what happens.
Cool. Yeah, that was a good time. I've been curious what the Institute's lab looks like for a while, and here we are. It's a fucking mess. Yeah, everyone good, running into trouble and making big moves. Fucking hollowing some folks in the elevator. Good time. So great to see more hollowing. Yeah, all good. Yeah, I want to see someone's final move go off. I'm guessing next time's gonna be our last one. So I'd like to have everyone here, or let's say we're not going to do the final episode unless everyone is here. That seems appropriate. Yeah, so just see how shit goes down and wrap it up. Cool. Anything else before we say goodbye to the internet? All right. Goodbye to the internet.